गोपीजनवल्लभ यशोदनन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन व्रजजनरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनातीरवनचारी राधमाधव कुंज विहारी गोपीजनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदनन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनातीरवनचारी राधमाधव कुंज विहारी गोपीजनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदनन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनातीरवनचारी हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा गोविंद राधा गोविंद राधे जय प्रभुपद 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 जय प्रभुपद प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि बोल। We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 8, Text 25. Vipadaha Vipadaha Shantutaha Shashvat Tatra Tatra Jagat Guru Bhavato Darshanam Yat Syat Apunar Bhavadarshanam Vipadaha Shantutaha Shashvat Tatra Tatra Jagat Guru Bhavato Darshanam Yat Syat Apunar Bhavadarshanam Vipadaha Shantutaha Shashvat Tatra Tatra Jagat Guru Bhavato Darshanam Yat Syat Apunar Bhavadarshanam
Vipado Santo Tasasa Tatra Jagat Guru Bhavato Darshanam Yasya Apopunam Bhavo Darshanam Vipada Santo Tatra Jagat Guru Bhavato Darshanam Yasya Apunam Bhavo Darshanam
Mataji's
Vipada Santo Tasasa Tatra Jagat Guru Bhavato Darshanam Yasya Apunam Bhavo Darshanam Vipada Santo Tasasa Tatra Tatra Jagat Guru Bhavato Darshanam Yasya
Vipadaha calamities. Shantu, let there be. Taha, all. Shashvat, again and again. Tatra, there. Tatra, and there. Jagat Guru, O Lord of the universe. Bhavataha, your. Darshanam, meeting. Yat, that which. Syat, is. Apunaha, not again. Bhavadarshanam, seeing repetition of birth and death. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. I wish that all those calamities would happen again and again so that we could see you again and again, for seeing you means that we will no longer see repeated births and deaths. Purport. Generally, the distressed, the needy, the intelligent and inquisitive who have performed some pious activities worship or begin to worship the Lord. Others who are thriving on misdeeds only, regardless of status, cannot approach the Supreme Lord due to being misled by the illusory energy. Therefore, for a pious person, if there is some calamity, there is no other alternative to take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. Constantly remembering the lotus feet of the Lord means preparing for liberation from birth and death. Therefore, even those even though there are so called calamities, they are welcome because they give us an opportunity to remember the Lord, which means liberation. One who has taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, which are accepted as the most suitable boat for crossing the ocean of knee signs, can achieve liberation as easily one leaps over the holes made by the hoofs of a calf. Such persons are meant to reside in the abode of the Lord, and they have nothing to do with a place where there is danger at every step. This material world is certified by the Lord in the Bhagavad Gita as a dangerous place full of calamities. Less intelligent people or persons prepare plans to adjust to those calamities without knowing that the nature of this place is itself full of calamities. They have no information about the abode of the Lord, which is full of bliss and without trace of calamity. The duty of the sane person, therefore, is to be undisturbed by worldly calamities, which are sure to happen in all circumstances. Suffering all sorts of unavoidable misfortunes, one should make progress in spiritual realization because that is the mission of human life. The spirit soul is transcendental to all material calamities. Therefore, the so called calamities are called false. Man may see a tiger swallowing him in dream, and he may cry for his calamity. Actually, there is no tiger and there is no suffering. It is simply a case of dreams. In the same way, all calamities of life are said to be dreams. If someone is lucky enough to get in contact with the Lord by devotional service, it is all gain. Contact with the Lord by any of the 9 devotional services is always a forward step on the path going back to Godhead. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakammalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshakarane Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauradvishe Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarupyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So thank you very much Srinivas Priya Prabhu and the temple management for giving me the chance to speak today, which is one of the most wonderful verses of the Srimad Bhagavatam. The verse recited by Queen Kunti in the first canto, 8th chapter, text 25. I just read the verse again, the translation. I wish that all those calamities would happen again and again so that we could see you again and again. For seeing you means that we will no longer see repeated births and deaths. ये booklet. So, this sort of prayer is very difficult for anyone to comprehend. Only a great soul like Maharani Kunti can speak such a prayer. Who will say that, let calamities come in my life? We all want to be happy in this world, and therefore we are always trying our best to fight ourselves through various situations in our life. Anyone in this audience who says, I don't want to be happy? I don't think so. Every day when we wake up, when we brush our teeth, we see our face in front of the mirror. And we want to smile. We want to smile at our face looking at the mirror. We want to be happy. Does anybody say that I want to cry when I see my face in the mirror? No. So which means that when somebody is making such a prayer कि मेरे जीवन में परेशानी और भी लेके आओ, तो इसका मतलब है कि ये जो स्टेटमेंट का गहराई है, the depth of the prayer is so powerful. It's not so easy to understand. Now, you may say that, how come she does this prayer? Despite having gone so much in her life. So, we will see that later part. We will just try to understand some points from the purport. So, Srila Prabhupada is explaining the purport that how this material world is a place full of suffering. Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Krishna is certifying this material world as dukkha alaya, is a place of misery. And even if somebody says that I am happy today, then ashashvat, your happiness is not permanent, it is temporary. So therefore, Krishna explains in the Gita that he gives a very clear distinction, who surrenders to him, who does not surrender to him. So 4 types of people surrender unto him. Artha, Artharthi, Jigyasu and Jnani. So Artha, one who is distressed, जो पीड़ा से विचलित है, ऐसे लोग भगवान को का शरण लेते हैं. अर्थार्थी, अर्थार्थी means one who seeks wealth, and jigyasu means inquisitive, and jnani means one who is intelligence or seeking after intelligence. And Krishna in the next verse says, amongst these 4 people, who is most dear to him? He says the Jnani is most dear to him. Why? Because the first three categories, once they get what they want from God, they may leave the process, or they may go to some other path, or they may just forget God. And then Krishna also explains four types of people who don't surrender to him. Namam dushkritino muda prapadyanti naradamaha maya aparata jnana asurim bhavim ashrita. Dushkritino, those who don't surrender unto me. Who are they? Mudha, the people who are, ignorant. It is said that ignorance is the most dangerous enemy of any living entity. Avidya. If you apply avidya in your daily life, if you don't know anything, how dangerous your life is. So, knowledge in all aspects, all fields is very important. And then he says, apahrata naradamaha, means those who know everything but still don't follow. They are called as the lowest nara adamaha. They are the lowest amongst the mankind, nara. Many of the people who are living an opulent life, they have everything in life, but they don't want to surrender to the Supreme Lord. They are called as naradama. Maya aparata jnana, those people whose intelligence have been stolen away by the illusory energy, which is called Maya Shakti. And they are such people like philosophers, scientists. They think themselves to be God. And therefore their intelligence is stolen away. Recently, this lady Sunita Williams came from space, and for 11-12 years, whatever she was there in outer space. How much time she was there? 9 years. Huh? 260 days. Within 2-3 days, I saw some videos circulating saying that it was all a hoax. That she never actually went to the space. And there have been videos circulating how she is brushing her teeth, how she is doing her toilet, what all, so many things. But what great has she achieved actually? हम जो यहाँ कर रहे हैं वो स्पेस में जाके कर रहे हैं. That's all. So Srila Prabhupada, when he saw the landing of the moon in 1967, he said that this is a hoax. Man can never go to the moon, because moon is a heavenly planet and you need a different type of body. Just like a man, not everybody can be Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps, an Australian swimmer, whose body is like a fish. He won so many Olympic medals, world gold medals. We cannot survive in water for long because our body is not meant for surviving in water. We cannot survive in heat because our body is not meant for surviving in heat. When we are not supposed to be living in Arctic circle, Arctic pole, because our body is not meant to be surviving in such a cold condition. A polar bear can survive, not us. So every person has their jurisdiction in this material world, and in human form of life one cannot go to a heavenly planet without going through the proper process. So Srila Prabhupada directly said it is a hoax. So people, they have lost their intelligence to the illusory energy of the Maya Aparata Jnana. And Asurim Bhavim, those who are demonic, if God exists, let him come, I will kill him, like Hiranyakashipu. He challenged the existence of God and he got killed. So this material world, Srila Prabhupada says, is a dangerous place. There is a beautiful verse in the Bhagavatam से समाश्रिताये पदपल्लप्लावं महत्पदं पुण्ययशो मुरारे भवामम्बुधिर्वत्सपदं परं पदं 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 तद्विपदं न तेषां. For those who have accepted the boat of the lotus feet of the Lord, who is the shelter of the cosmic manifestation and is famous as Murari, the enemy of the Mura demon, the ocean of this material world is like the water contained in calf's hoof print. Their goal is Parampadam, Vaikuntha, the place where there is no material miseries, not the place where there is danger at every step. Padam padam tad vipadam natesham. There is danger at every step. That's what this material world is all about. Every day when you read the news, you will find something or the other disaster happening. Just a couple of days before at Myanmar, a huge earthquake, 7.7 Richter scale, huge. The effect of the earthquake in Myanmar was felt in Thailand. So much so. Now imagine people who have gone there for a vacation in Thailand. And suddenly this earthquake happens and people die. Who is responsible? So we'll answer this question. So there is danger at every step. Once Yudhishthir Maharaj was asked this question, what is the most amazing thing in this world? And what is the answer he gave? He did not say Disneyland, he did not say SL World, he did not even say ISKCON Ram Govind temple. He said, Ahani ahani bhutani gacchanti yamalayam shesha sthavara ichanti kim ascharya mataparam. Ahani ahani bhutani gacchanti yamalayam. We are every day seeing that people are dying. Gacchanti yamalayam. Shesha sthavara ichanti. Those who are remaining back, what are they thinking? Kim ascharya mataparam. That I will not die. मेरा समय आने का बाकी है. हम देख रहे हैं कि लोग मर रहे हैं, लेकिन हमको लगता नहीं है कि हम मरेंगे. हमारे पास तो लंबा समय है. So that is the power of the illusory energy in this world. Recently, Gopal Krishna Maharaj, who left all of us, in his last class, he was talking about the holy name of the Lord. And one of the devotees asked, Maharaj, Maya is so powerful, how can we overcome Maya? So Gopal Krishna Maharaj said, he replied, he said, I have good news for you. He said, what? The holy name of the Lord can overcome Maya. The holy name of Lord Krishna can overcome Maya. So this material world is real, the problems are also real. Why we experience the pain and suffering in this world? Because of 4 reasons. 1, we identify ourselves with our body. The first thing which Krishna told Arjuna, the first important truth, is that you are not this body, you are the spirit soul. So, because we identify ourselves with this body, with our family, with our nation, we experience that pain. Example, if India had lost the Champions Cup trophy, how many of you boys would have lost heart? Girls, they are not bothered also. But boys and men, for them cricket is in their blood. Haridas Thakur said, you cut my body and you will find holy name coming. But Indians, if we cut our body, cricket will come. So if, India did not had won the Champions Trophy, how much of heart pain लगता है ना? क्यों लगता है? क्योंकि हम इंडिया से आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं, हम रोहित शर्मा एंड इस टीम से आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं, हम बीसीसीआई से आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं. किसी को दुख होता है कि अगर राधा गोविंद का टर्बन बराबर लगाया नहीं तो अच्छा लगाया तो हम अच्छा बोलते हैं, नहीं लगाया तो हमको क्या फर्क पड़ता है. So our identification, that's what the pain we are experiencing is because we identify ourselves with our body, our nation, our family, etc. Considering this material world to be all in all, and there is no idea of a spiritual world which is called as Vaikuntha. We are living in Kuntha, but we have no idea of Vaikuntha. So we feel that, अरे यार जो भी कुछ हो रहा है मेरा सब यही है. If you are, suppose you are put in a prison, if a criminal is in a jail and the lifestyle he lives in a jail, कि टाइम पे बाहर आने का, टाइम पे खाने का, इतना ही मिलेगा, इतना ही खाने को मिलेगा, इतना ही पहनने को मिलेगा, and he thinks this is only my life. I am suffering here. But if you follow the rules and regulations, you will get out of the jail and then you will live a better life. If you just follow the rules of the jail, you have committed a mistake, you have gone inside the jail. So just follow the rules of the regulations of jail, get out, and then there is a bigger life awaiting you. Same thing, same principle is awaiting us, is there for us. We are in this material world, trapped in this material world, trapped in this body, trapped in a certain family, trapped in a certain situation. Give up this identification with your body, give up the identification with this material world. There is a better world awaiting, better lifestyle awaiting. Expecting to find happiness in this world. मुझे लगता है कि मैं हमेशा यहाँ खुश रहूँगा. खुशी है, ना नहीं बोल रहे. अगर हमेशा मुझे खुशी मिलेगी इस पृथ्वी में, वो सोचना पागलपन है. And our poor understanding of the problems to be more superior to the kripa of the Lord. हमारी सोच कि हमारा जो प्रॉब्लम है वो भगवान की कृपा से ज़्यादा बड़ा है. सो ये 4 कारण के वजह से हम we suffer in this material world, we experience the pain. And our false ego, ahankar, does not allow us to surrender to God. And we feel that we can make all plans to hoodwink Maya's plans. That is the problem. So coming back to Queen Kunti, somebody can say, अरे बोलने में क्या है, मैं भी बोलूँगा, हाँ लेके आओ मेरे लाइफ में, जीवन में और भी प्रॉब्लम लेके आओ, क्या. But look at the lifestyle of Kunti, what she went through. Many times, we think that becoming a devotee, we will be able to solve our problems in this life. We will not be able to solve the problems. We will be only able to sustain them and, overcome them. Get the strength to tolerate the problems, tolerate the suffering from that problem. So Queen Kunti spoke this verse when Lord Krishna was leaving Hastinapur and going back to Dwarka. Krishna spent significant amount of his time with the Pandavas. With no other person he spent so much time, as much as time he spent with the Pandavas. अब सोचो, भगवान जिसके साथ इतना समय स्पेंड कर रहे हैं, उनके जीवन में इतना प्रॉब्लम क्यों? She was named as Pritha. Her name was Pritha before marriage, and she was the daughter of Surasen and sister of Vasudeva, the father of Lord Krishna. And therefore, Krishna was nephew of Kunti Devi, or Kunti was aunt, Masi of Lord Krishna. And the Pandavas and Krishna were cousins. So at a very early age, once Durvas Muni came to her house and she served Durvas Muni very nicely. And Durvas Muni gave her, being incarnation of Lord Shiva, being very easily pleased, he gave a mantra by which she can beget child. अगर आपको ऐसा कोई मंत्र दिया है तो आप क्या करेंगे? क्या फेंकता है, मेरे को थोड़ा ट्राई तो करने दो. And same thing, because she was young girl, She did not believe that ऐसा कोई मंत्र हो सकता है, and she tried to experiment, and she called upon Surya Dev, and lo and behold, she became a mother. Just see, procreation in this world happens when male and female unite physically, but higher powers, just by seeing also you can procreate. So Surya Dev, when he came in front of Kunti Maharani, just by that union of seeing each other, Kunti Maharani became pregnant, and she gave birth to whom? Karna. And terrified, she did not know what to do. She just put that boy away in the river. And all of you know the rest of the story. Later she married Pandu, the elder son of the Kuru dynasty. Again, Pandu's birth was because of Ved Vyas interfering in their lives. And then Pandu once was going on a hunting expedition. He killed a male and a female deer who were mating, and they were actually yogi and yogini. So then he got cursed that you will die when you mate with your wife. Now the problem is how you create, how to procreate, how to increase the dynasty if you don't physically unite. Then Kunti had this mantra. See, everything happens for a purpose in this life, in this world. Nothing happens without a purpose. There is nothing called chance. Even if you want to say that the probability of spinning a coin heads or tails is 50%, there is still a scientific reason behind it, or a mathematical formula behind it, called law of probability. So, Durvas Muni giving the mantra to Kunti Devi when she was a maiden had a reason. One was the birth of Karna, another to increasing the dynasty of Pandu. So she used that mantra after marriage to call upon Dharmaraj, by whom Yudhishthir was born, calling Vayu, by which Bhima was born, and by calling Indra, by which Arjun was born. And the second wife, Madri, felt bad, and she approached Pandu to tell Kunti that teach me also the mantra. मेरे को भी तो बच्चे होने चाहिए ना. मैं आपका, I am also your धर्मपत्नी. So Kunti, graciously gave that mantra to Madri, and through Madri came Nakul and Sahadev, the Ashwin Kumaras. So 5 Pandavas were born. But still, the son of Dhritarashtra, because Pandu later, because he approached Madri, he could not control, because Madri was supposed to be very beautiful lady. So he could not control the desire to have union with Madri, and as soon as he had, he died because of the curse. And Madri, because she felt, that she should have not taken that step, and she also gave up her life as Sati. So now that left Kunti with 5 sons, no husband. Again, a big problem. She thought that I will get married and I will have a good life. Pandu, the king of Hastinapur. Pandu died, Madri died. She has now 5 children, and she takes 5 children to Hastinapur, and Dhritarashtra refuses to accept them. Then Bhima is fed poison. So right from the outset, her life in Hastinapur has been a trouble. Her second son was fed poison cake, Lakshagraha, burning of the house of Lac. Duryodhana tried all aspects to kill them because he wanted the throne. Pandu was made the king, Dhritarashtra was not made the king. The root of the problem of Mahabharata was Dhritarashtra. His blindness was a problem. He said, because of my blindness, I could not become the king. My son should not suffer the same problem. And therefore, he allowed Duryodhana to do all the nonsensical things. So Hidimba's attack, Draupadi Vastraharan, the chess game, banishing them for 13 years, all that Kunti, despite not being with the Pandavas, she was suffering in Hastinapur. मतलब आप सोचो उसका स्टेट क्या होगा, उनके बच्चे उधर किधर और सफ़र कर रहे हैं. She has no control what to do. एक क्रिकेट मैच में ना जब 11 प्लेयर खेल रहे हैं ना, जो उधर बेंच पे बैठा है उसको सबसे ज़्यादा नर्वसनेस होता है. They are more in anxiety. So she was more in anxiety, thinking what is happening to my sons for 13 years. She was living all her life, day in, day out, in anxiety. And then even after the war, Abhimanyu was already killed in the war. Her 5 other grandsons were killed by Satyaki, Ashwathama and Kritvarma. सोते सोते 5 लोग को मार दिया. तो संतान ही नहीं था बच्चे, मतलब there was no higher. And even Parikshit was not left. He was attacked in the womb of the earlier verse which came in this Srimad Bhagavatam series. Parikshit was also attacked in the womb of Uttara. तो सब जगह से उसका मतलब बैंड बजा हुआ था, in short. And not even once Kunti and the Pandavas asked Krishna, भगवान मेरे साथ क्यों ऐसे हो रहा है, हमारे साथ क्यों ऐसे हो रहा है, आप हमारे साथ ही है. So why do bad things happen to good people? That question. There is a rich man who used to give a lot of charity. Every day, every week he used to give charity. People used to come, take goods from his house and go. He used to feel, यार कोई मेरे को थैंक यू भी नहीं बोलता है, एक व्हाट्सएप मैसेज भी नहीं भेजा, थैंक यू सर वेरी मच. So then he decided, I will throw stones tomorrow. और वो छत पे गया और पत्थर मारने लगा लोगों पे. फिर लोगों ने देखा, अरे कौन मार रहा है मेरे पे पत्थर. And they saw this rich man throwing stones. Sometimes when everything good is going in our life, we don't realize the presence of God in our life. But when things don't go as per our plan and obstacles come, problems come, sufferings come, we ask, भगवान किधर है? आपका भगवान किधर है अभी? इतना प्रॉब्लम है मेरे को हो रहा है. So therefore, there are 2 concepts called atheism and theism. All of you know, Astik and Nastik. There is a 3rd dimension called deism, D-E-I-S-M. What is that? That was called, that sort of this thing was given by Harold Kushner. He said, if God is all powerful, he cannot be merciful. Because there is so much suffering in this world. How can he be merciful? And suppose he is all merciful, maybe he is not that powerful. Because if there is so much suffering, he is not doing anything to alleviate suffering. So path of bhakti is also very tough. Krishna used the Pandavas as an example to show this aspect, that if you become a devotee, it's not that everything will be rosy for you. You will be walking on a path of roses. Brahmaji, the creator, gives the qualification to enter spiritual world. What is that qualification? Tatte anukampam susmikshamano bhunjana evatma kritam vipakam Ridvag vapurbir vidadam namaste jivet mukti pada sada dayabak. Who is the dayabak? Who is the rightful heir to the spiritual world? Who can enter spiritual world? One who earnestly waits for you to bestow your causeless mercy upon him, all the while patiently suffering the reactions of his past misdeeds and offering you respectful obeisances with his heart, words and body, is surely eligible for liberation, for it has become his rightful claim. So one who understands that sufferings are part of my misdeeds, and he thanks God despite all his suffering, and prays for his mercy is eligible for entering the spiritual world. Krishna explains in the Gita that I am equal to everybody. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dvesho asti na priya. Ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya mai tu teshi chapiham. I am equal to all and I am not partial to anybody. Whoever renders, but whoever renders service to me is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend in him. So law of karma is very difficult to understand. Prarabdha is something which is already the fructified fruit of our past reaction. We are born in a certain family, we are born with a certain body, male, female, certain attributes, certain place. Can you change that? No. I have told this many times. Two things you cannot choose in this world. What are those two things? One, who are your parents? Number two, who's your boss? ये आपके हाथ में नहीं है. What can be changed then? How we react to situations in this life is what will determine our future. So what that will depend is your lifestyle. How are you living your lifestyle? Which mode of nature are you governed? Mode of goodness, mode of passion, or mode of ignorance? That will determine your action, or rather your response to the action, which will give rise to a particular set of reaction. There is an action, your response to that action or to the stimuli will create your response and your destiny. And how you are going to react is by the effect of the three modes of nature, your lifestyle. So by accepting suffering in this world, a devotee prepares himself to get detached from this material world. A devotee sees suffering as a way of purification. Two things a devotee should always do in his life: glorify the Supreme Lord and purify his own life. So pain, therefore, it is said, pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. Now, just to continue in this aspect, for example, when a thorn pricks us when we are walking, we feel pain. But we also go to the hospital when we are not well and we take injection, we also feel pain. For that pain, we even give money to the doctor. Correct, no? But do we give money when the thorn pricks us? So there are two types of problems. One is beyond our control. Second is one due to our wrong choice. Problems becomes easier to face when we know the purpose, we understand the purpose of that problem. For example, suppose you are traveling from point A to point B. On Google Map, you see how much time it takes. Red, blue, red, green. You see that. You say 45 minutes. But there is another way which you should go, and that looks everything blue. And you start going on that path, and suddenly you see everywhere red. Suddenly there is traffic. Now the first way was like you did not have a choice. You thought, okay, this is the way which I am being told to go. But the second way, you will feel more frustrated because you made that choice of going through that another path, and that took more time than the first path. Sometimes our choices brings us into a situation where we experience problems. So therefore, one has to make the right choice, baby. There is an ad, no? Have you seen Pepsi's ad? One has to make the right choice. So if we make the wrong choice and we blame God, that is not correct. There is a beautiful story from the Ramayana. When Sugriv had sent search parties, his monkey soldiers, to search for Mother Sita, the search party involving Angad, Jambavan and Hanuman were searching all in the southern direction. And for nearly a month they were searching, they could not find anything. And soon enough they started feeling hungry and thirsty. And they saw a cave. And from within the cave they saw a bird coming out drenched in water. So they definitely thought there is definitely water inside. So they started going inside the cave. Once they started inside the cave, it was very dark, pitch dark. Nothing could be seen. Not even one light. कुछ भी नहीं दिख रहा था. मतलब पूरा darkness था. Imagine yourself situation where everything is dark and you are told to walk ahead. But you have your friends. So what they did is they caught each other's hand and Hanuman was leading them ahead. And every step they used to take, there used to be some bat coming or some say pav hadkada raha tha, something like that. So every step they took, they found obstacle. But still Hanuman kept on going. Some of them thought, let's go back. At least we know how we have walked, so we have some understanding of the steps we have taken. But Hanuman said, no, let's go ahead. We have come to search for Mother Sita, we should not go back. So they kept on walking, and the end of the cave, there was light, and there was a beautiful palace, and there were a lot of luxury items and luxury food to be eaten. Now, as soon as they saw food and water, the monkey started becoming jumping and trying to go, but Hanuman warned them, no, let's wait, let's understand what are these, who is this palace, who is the owner. And then they found that the owner was a yogini called Swayam Prabha, and she of course was some connection with Ravana. We will not go into that, but then she had spiritual powers, so they took permission from Swayam Prabha to quench their thirst, hunger, and they requested Swayam Prabha to help. They told their story, and Swayam Prabha said, once you go out of this cave, you will find your solution. And as soon as they came out of the cave, they came right at the ocean. And then they could understand that we have to cross the ocean and go that side. So sometimes when we are faced with obstacles, we just need to go ahead. No situation in this world exists forever. Just like good times will end, bad times will also end. We need to be patient and take shelter of the Lord. And as I told you, because we try to search for happiness in this world, we get disappointed. And therefore we are troubled by suffering more. We have to look for happiness beyond this world. And that will happen when we lead a God-conscious life. And in any way, the Shastras explain that human form of life is not meant for happiness. It is meant for tapasya, tapo divyam putragayena sattvam. So, with all the Shastric understanding, if you live your life, you will be able to at least understand why the problems are coming. You will take shelter of great souls, the Supreme Lord, and will continue your devotional service, because when in difficulty one should do the needful. It's not that we should not do the needful, we should do the needful. For example, suppose you have to go from here to Pune and you have not slept the whole night, will you be able to drive? Still, if you take the vehicle and you think that God will save you, that is foolishness. That is called blind faith on the other side. You have not taken care of your sleep and you want, मैं अभी कैसे भी चलाऊंगा, भगवान मुझे प्रोटेक्ट करो, ऐसे थोड़ी होता है. So you will have to take care. You will have to do the needful. Do your part. God helps them, those who helps themselves. So do your part. And most important is to chant the Hare Krishna mantra. Keep chanting the mantra, and because that is also a prayer. The Hare Krishna Mahamantra is a prayer. And I will end with one last point, couple of points, how Srila Prabhupada valued Kunti Maharani's prayers. If you observe Srila Prabhupada's life, it was also full of troubles. Srila Prabhupada was a founder Acharya. Okay, Kunti Maharani किसने देखा है कि नहीं? अरे Srila Prabhupada को देखो. He was there just hardly 100 years ago. And how much struggle he went through to establish Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement. He was doing the greatest welfare work in all humanity. Still he struggled. In Jhansi he struggled. He struggles with his business, with his family. So many times he had to close down his business, start again, close down business, start again. His family did not support him. When he went to, of course, the heart attacks which he got in the Jaladuta. In New York, for 1 year he did not have anybody. Our Pankaj Gop Prabhu and Kanai Thakur Prabhu were saying on 15th March, 1 year celebration, that they were living here in isolation. None of us knew that actually they were here. मुझे तो इतना ही मालूम था कि गौरांग प्रभु और राधेश्याम प्रभु ने कुछ लोगों को इधर भेजा है, बट कहाँ थे, क्या कर रहे हैं, कुछ आइडिया नहीं था. But whatever groundwork they did for those years, the prayers which they made in this place, the tapasya they did, that made way for this beautiful temple. His tape recorder got stolen in New York. जितने उन्होंने manuscripts लाए थे, सब गायब हो गए. So therefore, 1966-67, Srila Prabhupada recorded in his own voice the prayers of Queen Kunti. And in 1967, he got a heart attack again, third time. And he asked Brahmanand Prabhu to do 3 things. He said, place a photo of Lord Narsinga in front of me, chant Narsinga prayers, and third, he said, you recite the verses of Queen Kunti. So the prayers of Queen Kunti are so powerful that Srila Prabhupada understood them, and he made a separate book on prayers of Queen Kunti. So that is the power of Mother Kunti. So let us chant the Hare Krishna mantra daily, nicely, and pray to the Lord to give us the strength to overcome the obstacles in our life. Problems will be there, they will come, but we take shelter of, we take guidance from our devotees, we do the needful, and then we leave the rest to the Lord. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Any questions? Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Shri Radha Govind Dev ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.